All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sunderland Football Manager 2021 Road to Glory series. Let's continue on with this perfect season. As of so far, I've played West Ham now. I was pretty confident going into that one. I'm just really liking our team now. I touched on David Brooks, and he does get his goal. Considering, we only played the one game off camera. I'll show you his goal of the game. His first goal. His first goal for Sunderland. Pretty substantial in his career. And it was a game we were just pure possession, pure control, pure is the description. Look at this from Brooks, running down the right wing, finishing on his left. That's exactly the role we wanted to use him and what we want to see from him. And that was really, really amazing. What a finish that was. So we also, I wanted to show you the preseason results and the goals. We had a 15-0 against Billingham. Billingham Synthonia. They played like their name sounds. I don't know who they are. And they didn't look like they knew how to play football because we killed them. We really did. We had a lot of goal scorers. Hlozek scored a few in the preseason. I said Kledrupski. He could probably compete with, he could really compete with Brennan. I reckon Hlozek is going to from, that left wing, left inside forward, scored against Sheffield, scored against West Ham. I reckon if we're good defensively this year, I don't know how far we can go. What's our goals? What's our goals for this season, or more so the prediction? I think top 4, but can we break it down? I guess we'll have to see. But also there was a couple, in terms of transfer news, before we get into the game, Mario Tomasevich has finally joined. We've been waiting for him for a while. We'll put him into the first team, allow him to play, games for the under-23s, but so we can start mentoring him as well. He's got 20 determination, and I think he can be another great centre-back for us going forward in the future, which is really good. But also, we did make a sale of Yaya Conte, 50k, and also 50% of his next sale. Do you reckon we helped his career? We tried to develop him into a midfielder, a centre midfielder, wasn't it? And when he came through the youth intake, he didn't have that at all because we thought, attributes. I think he can play right back, but I'd say centre mid would be probably his best position. But for him to go on, loaned him to Bromley last season where he showed a little bit. That's in National League South. Non-league level, and now 50k to a championship team. So he's not too bad. For us, for our level, no, not good enough. He's either footed, can use both feet really well. So maybe in the future. We've got a few players now in terms of that. If we go to the transfers and you see the clauses here, we got a few that we could actually sell if we don't want to wait on them to be sold. Like Adam Richardson, 56k. That's Keith Scott. You can get 130 for him. Take a look at him again. You maybe get a scout, see how their potential is looking and all that. But for now, we'll leave it. Shows you can make a little bit, but not going to take those at the moment. Because for now, we've got, this is so huge. And as I said, just because we don't win every single match against another big team, it doesn't mean we're poor, or it doesn't mean we can't, or we're not in the same bracket as them. Because I realized it last episode, they don't win every other single game against the other big teams. So if we can win some, there's no reason why we can't win the league. Nicolo Armini is interested from Celta Vigo. Anguissa, wanted by Arsenal. Hlozek, wanted by Roma. But we haven't really got many offers for these, bigger guys in the team. Well, we got one for Armini, but generally the offers are pretty average. Holgate played in the last game. We're still in the process of trying to get the fitness up for some players, but I really like our strength in our squad. We're going to have to try and keep players happy. Sam Greenwood actually had interest in the off-season, so I've got to really play him in a way. I'm probably going to start him ahead of Smith Rowe in this one. He's going to be similar to last season. He will play some games, especially deeper into the season. The season gets going, more cups, European, Champions League. So, there'll be more general rotations. But, okay, even Salisu, they're selected roles where I think they're playing in their, respectively best roles. I mean, Ben White doesn't really have a better role, and he can't get I don't get that. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it or complaining about it, but how does a centre-back not have a natural role? It doesn't make sense. a natural role and duty. If you guys have any other opinions, let me know. He's natural center. Look, role and duty. Like, is it because he could play a few different ones well, and he's competent at that? That's generally what the case would be. But yeah, he doesn't have one where he'll be like Salisu, where he'll be accomplished. Doesn't make sense where he's only competent in any role. Like, not better than that as a centre back. For me, someone who's played Football Manager for a long time, that's something I don't understand personally. But we're going to move on from that. Like, our team's strong today. Maldonado, again, he's continuing to progress and he's looking scarily good. Like, seriously, when is he going to take over Anguissa? The only thing in a game like this is probably where Anguissa if you compare how they look, Anguissa's, you can't, and then he's just a bit more experienced on top of him, so he's a bit better than JB. Johnny Brennan, still progressing as well. I feel like it's his good attributes get better and the rest don't really. So, it's going to be interesting what season he has and what kind of season he has, but it's more so the supporting players with him. I think we scored an amazing amount of goals last season. I think we're going to build on that. And I'm really happy with our defense. We're, pretty steady with our defense versus what we had last season. Like our best 11, it's identical. You got a new goalkeeper in Dean Henderson, so it's like a familiar look. I touched on it as well. We're going to be slowly getting to that point where we won't make a lot of transfers in each preseason now, in each off season. We'll maybe bring in a couple big names like we did with David Brooks. And we'll use some other, more of the money to bring through more youngsters, because that's how we will compete. And we'll talk on that a little bit. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll start to compete with these other bigger teams even more so after, maybe 3 or 4 more seasons, because these younger guys, we're getting more and more in the team, and they'll not just be young players anymore. They'll be, they'll be at their best. Oh, that striker they have, mate. Burnley is top of the league, but they've played 3 games. We can go top, depending what United do as well. So, that's what I wanted to touch on. Their striker, Cunha, he looks incredible. And they signed him. He was signed, or was it Hertha? No, he signed for Hertha in real life. But 20 million for an exceptional strike. Look at those attributes, man. And his output, pretty good, especially that first season. So, he's incredible. Someone we're going to have to watch out for today. And they got De Bruyne. That is a very strong team. Like, if we compare that team to ours, we're getting closer to being a comparison to those teams each year. That's what I mean. Each year we're going to be getting closer and closer as our younger players get better and get closer to reaching their potential and become world-class in their own right. But now, got to be... What can you do with that? Didn't I just describe? It's like I knew that was going to happen. It's just because he's too good, man. And I don't think we let him in too much space. Let's take a look at the replay. Look at Mount. Got out to James. Richarlison. That was just quick. He just took a shot from there, mate. White, was in front of him. Could you really do much with that? How are we going to break down those things or stop those things? Apart from getting a goal back ourselves, which we do. Maybe that's just what we have to do. And I reckon Sergio Gomez is going to have a big assist season like he did a couple of seasons ago. Yeah. Last season he was okay. Oh, no, it was the goals. Close enough. It was one of the two he didn't get a lot of last season. He's always been steady with the assists in the league. No, 15 assists. Yeah, I was just... Or just involved in more goals. Either way. 5 goals is a bit of a drop from the 9, but he still got 15 assists. So it wasn't a high amount of assists he had the previous season. In the league anyway. For this season, let's just say this season he'll get a lot of assists. He'll keep up with what he's been doing more specifically. That's it. Oh, I'm not sure about that pass. What was that pass, mate? Aaron. He was an exceptional signing last year. Could argue he was our best player. Here we go, Brooks. But it's hard to go past. You got to take that, mate. Seriously, I hate how players clap after they miss an easy chance. Yeah, reach out. As I was going to say, Johnny Brennan, it's hard to go past your really big goal scorer, but an amazing defender for you should get equal respect when he had like the highest average rating. Got to keep that in mind. Pulisic, we're on equal terms now. I'm going to go to positive because this game, I feel like we're doing well to be equal at this point. So I'm going to try and just slow it, lower the tempo, slow down the game. Actually, passing go much shorter as well, be more disciplined. Just try and hold some possession. Try and get the game on our terms. That it's been a pretty even game possession-wise. RXG, funnily enough, is higher, but I guess we just had a good chance before from Brooks. So, I don't know. Maybe it truly is an even game right here. Maybe us slightly ahead, but yeah, we'll go a bit harder in the second half. Chelsea after what happened last time. And I guess this is where you can see a comparison as well to last season. Kladrubski gets to Gomez. Aaron finds Hlozek. I told you he's going to be on this season. He's got 3 already. 3 games, 3 goals. That's just scary. Honestly, Johnny Brennan was our key man last season, wasn't he? Did he have, honestly, enough support when we think about it? He was the key man. No one else was on his level. But this season, if we get 2, if not 3, if we talk about Kladrubski as well, yeah, man. Adam Hlozek, he looks to be the danger in front of goal. So that's the scary thing. Armini, Brooks will provide a lot with assists as well. If not just goals himself. Aaron to Hlozek, Gomez. Here we go. Get another to show we mean business. Oh, that would have been nice. That was Kladrubski, yeah. Has to be. Yeah. We're really finding something now. And we could really put our feet down because for a while now, with lower tempo, not using as much energy, and now we'll go hard. We'll up the tempo and be a bit more expressive and maybe hit him on a bit of a surprise here, and we'll go down the wings. Just play a little bit more wider. We could potentially, even though we're leading, and we'll praise, we could find another goal. We need to find another goal. 1-goal lead. Never enough. David Brooks is not happy. He's not having the best of games because he had a chance and he missed it. Let's bring on Sam Greenwood, see if we could have a similar effect, or a better, play a bit better. 2.5 on that side. Yeah, we were using Shadow Striker a bit. Kladrubski. It's hard what we're going to do about that. Conceição. Actually, I'm going to bring on Conceição and put him over on that right side. And yeah, when we use him as an inside forward, on the right side, he's left-footed. So yeah, think about that, and we'll leave one more sub up our sleeves, and I'll be pretty content with those changes. Yeah, Sam Greenwood, I just liked. He looks like a better player than his attributes appear. If we take a look at him, he doesn't look world-class, does he? But when we play him through the middle, even though he's not natural there, but you just go off games. You forget about attributes, which is good. Managers don't have attributes in real life. You go off games and training, and he just feels good in that position. He looks good in that position. So, White, let's see. No, he gives away possession. That's not ideal, and now it's going to be Anguissa. He drops into the right-back position there, covers really well, goes back to Henderson. He's been okay so far, but, let's see how we do. Deal with Conceição, yes. He was good last season, then we made him terrible, and I feel like we're going to be punished. Aaron misses a tackle. They reached for that comeback. Really, how many errors led to a goal there? How many errors needed to happen? And unlikely errors. What happened here? That was an interception. That was a win. That was a one tackle. Why does the goalkeeper go like this and not make a save? Half Football Manager? No, I'm not buying that. That's not like bad tactical changes or anything. Huh? That's 2 sus things. The goalkeeper does the opposite to what he would do. He looked like he was scared of the ball. Fuck off, man. got me frustrated there. Dusan, Johnny Brennan, can't take off arguably our best player right now. So, well, not on this game, but, a big striker for Dusan. Or I don't know how we'd work him in with only one more change. Because, okay. I thought about it. We'll put Greenwood. Maybe get Greenwood as like a pressing forward. How are we going to do this? Because we need another goal. I'm not sure. Greenwood over on the left side. And then we take Klozek off for Vlahovic. And get him as a target man. And we'll go to... I'm very annoyed. Because it's one of those again. And it's quite frustrating. So yeah, distribute to the target man. So we'll go through the middle now. Just go direct to him. It takes out because it looks like that should not have happened. Armini, get him supporting, and Martin, wing back. It just hits me with just pure disappointment and frustration. I'm gonna go very. I felt we should. This is like trying to catch up now in a position that I feel like we should be in. That's what we're going for. Let's see. Yeah. Draw's not terrible, but I feel like, man, I hate that goal we conceded. I'm sure you guys will back up that opinion. Like, that's the tackle that was won and then the goalkeeper didn't, that was such a take back from FM. And now let's hopefully, we'll definitely not concede now. But now they got momentum and it ends in a loss when it should have been a 1. Or should have been a win. I'm just frustrated. Get lost. Yeah, leave. You guys get up in the comments. No, you don't even deserve a replay, FM. That was trash. That was trash how you turned it back on your side. Get absolutely lost, man. How was that a loss? Terrible. But the sad truth is, these are probably going to be things. These are results here. Remember this, come the end of the season. What's the difference? Chelsea might go on to win a league if they're going to have a really good season. And these things, because we're probably going to have, 3 points. That won't be the difference. We'll have more results like this. I'm calling it now against those other big sides. They will happen. Like Liverpool and Tottenham playing at a draw. That's okay. Liverpool didn't get a win. Arsenal didn't get a win. That's okay. But later in the season, these kind of results they're gonna happen, and it's gonna build up. At the end of the day, that should have been 3 points for us. We were the better side, and it started from that equaliser, which shouldn't have happened, mate. And I feel I should feel right to be that mad, and not just be complaining about it as a bad thing. And it's just your tactics, but it shouldn't have played out like that, man. From good play, Martin's tackle, man. Our best average rating player from last season. You can just say that. Your best player from last season. Now, the only thing is we've got away against Man City next up. And I thought we played it well because we lowered the tempo. We didn't go really hard for the whole game. And then we did. We made that change. Sure, the game changed since then, but it wasn't logical. We should have had, good effort because we didn't go hard for the whole game. Wait, Klozek release? I almost forgot about this. I mean, it was 80 million. It was never going to happen. So that's cool. He doesn't have a release clause anymore. But the thing is, you get 80 million for it. When you got a player scoring goals for you, even that, those games, look, Atletico Madrid, which out of our friendlies, you take that. You had a very good preseason. And guys, I was ready to compare for this financial month. The good income, it was close. But unfortunately, I don't think I've ever said unfortunately after receiving this much money before, almost 14 million for the Champions League group stage. So that's cool. As you can see, if you take off that money, the income expenditure is, pretty close. Also we've got an EFL Cup third round. I'm just going to draw all teams here, see who we get. Preston, that's a pretty good draw. And guys, just on Johnny Brennan, 20 years old, 17 goals for 22 for Northern Ireland. Just imagine what those stats are going to be come the end of his career. I want to get that deep just for this man's career, mate. And then Champions League group stage draw. This is the target of the episode. Champions League group stage draw. Let's see. It's just like, this is a moment, man. Like, I'll tell you what. And the final the Bernabeu. I can't even like wish about making there. So yeah, the first seeds, second seed. We're actually third seed there. So is that handy? We'll see how things go. Let's just draw the initials. In terms of those first seeds, you'd say Porto, Roma. Well, yeah, isn't that funny? Maybe not Roma. It's going to be tricky if you compare to the rest of the teams, though. But now, who'd you want to get with Porto if you would get lucky to get with them? Maybe like Leipzig. But let's just see. Juve, Chelsea. Obviously, yeah, we're not going to get... see, that's the positive. You take the England ones out of the equation for us. So that's a positive thing, isn't it? So Group C, Barcelona, you take that away pretty quickly, don't you? But at the same, it depends how the group goes. It really does. It still wouldn't be bad. Even though the Barcelona games would be hard. Porto, I'd say they're beatable. Let's just see the rest of these. Bayern and Inter are both going to be incredibly tough. Atletico and Leipzig, I feel like they're an easier version of like a Bayern and Inter. So let's see. Man United, yeah, we don't have to worry about. PSG and Napoli, it's going to be tricky. And Group H, Roma, Real Madrid. Yeah, so I don't even know. I'd say half of these, man, they're going to be like group of deaths. Like, which one would you want to be in? Like, that we can be in. Porto and Barcelona, as I just said, the chance of at least getting second in the group, I think that's where I prioritize, because Bayern and Inter, how are you going to get through that? Atletico and either I'm going to Group C and E, I'll be content with. G, I don't know how good Napoli are, but yeah. Or the one I don't want for sure is Group D, because do you know what D stands for? Death. Yeah. There's they none will be easy though. I'll tell you that much. So Lille. That could be a little bit tricky, that group. Okay. I'll take C, because as I said, Porto, we should be strong. No, Lyon, ooh. Lyon would take that. No, just not D, please. I was dreading. That's another D. So let's go. And Leipzig, I take... It really depends how Leipzig is looking, but I think we may have played them in the Europa League before, but anyway. Just trying to remember. Yeah, that's who we get. Like, Atletico Madrid, we got to see where they're at, though, but I'd prefer them opposed to getting in a group with Barca and Real Madrid if we're talking about a Spanish team. So, yeah, Group G, Ajax get that. And Group H, Celtic, yeah. But then out of the rest, you know, you'd prefer one of the easier ones. Let's just see. Basel... Souls, we'll just go up until, yeah, R1. Shakhtar, CSKA Moscow, Olympiacos, and Anderlecht. Yeah, Anderlecht. Yeah, we should beat them all. So we get Anderlecht. Yep, we should be beating them without a worry. They're gonna have a couple decent players, but that's not the worst group. We did not get a group of death there, that's for sure. But I want to be on top of how Atletico, how Leipzig. How would they do? Oh, no, they got Cordia. I forgot about this, man. And Reina, who I tried to sign. Of course. Oh, mate. Like, I tell you what, I don't want to call FM scripted, but, like, it's for the storyline of saves, like a player that decided to choose another team, and maybe it was down to luck, and it wasn't that. But I tried to sign Reina and Atletico Madrid as well, and he accepted their contract, and he's actually a pretty decent player. So, I'm not complaining about it at all. I'm just trying to reason for that. Oh, that could have been a reason they got drawn because we had an offer accepted. It just adds a bit of storyline more than anything. It makes it interesting. It's far from complaining about it. But yeah, this is one of the best regions in the save. I've kept an eye on him. Unfortunately, couldn't nab him before Atletico Madrid. That was a couple seasons ago. We weren't paying 58 million for one individual player. Unfortunately, that was the case. So we got Johnny Brennan though. And they got a few like regions I got to be on top of, like Ribeiro Ramos. We'll click on the attributes there. Reasonable. So they're not an easy team, but I don't feel they have the world-class level like Barca and Real Madrid players, but they're not going to be easy to beat, but they're not going to be on that hard level. as I say that, they just bossed their league last season, so let's not get too excited. They are, yes, don't get it twisted. They are going to be a tricky side. Wait, who's one of their youth players? Ngongang. Ngongang. Pretty decent potential as he got it released third. See, this is how I just discover these players, guys. Just, it's not that deep sometimes. You just got to go discovering clubs. And then, no, too far back. And we go to Leipzig. What's their situation like? What's Leipzig looking like? Okay, they're playing interesting formation. Their key player, Olmo, Danny Olmo at his best right now. Just taking a look at their team. Morrow, decent player, develops pretty well. He's just 22 this far in the start of season 6. Yeah, Gvardiol, there's a name for you. Kanate and Mukiele, a couple of regions in there. Menzel, decent. He's a wonder kid. And then with Vogel, he sounds familiar. So yeah, I may have came across these guys before. So they're a strong team. Don't get it twisted. They're not going to be easy games, but I feel we have an easier chance to beat them opposed to like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. It's a little step down. But as I say, Atletico won the league last season. But even though they still did it, wouldn't Barcelona and Real Madrid be so taunting? Or daunting, either one. The same. And it says we're handed a tough group, which I don't disagree with. Like the clubs we just looked at, Leipzig and Atletico Madrid. Get in the comments, guys. Do you think we can advance? Where do you think we'll finish in the group? First, second, third, or fourth? Anything is possible. As Barcelona signed Ferdi, I just want to say as an example, if we go to Barcelona, just see what their team is looking like. They got Martinez, Havertz. See, they got these bigger names. They don't have much of regions coming through. Like, you see what I mean? And guys, Dan Neil is still going. For you Sunderland fans, young talent, Sunderland young talent, Dan Neil, how do you think he's become off his attributes? We're going to just loan him out like every season because he's not good enough for the first team where we're at now. Like we're contending, or we're a top 4 team in the Premier League and we're in the Champions League. But if you're considering where Sunderland expect to be in real life by now, like 4, 5, 6 years in the future, how he's looking. So now we're almost at the end of the month. I just want to show you a comparison if this is going to change it all like it was last season. That's great income, but consider, it was a lot of that prize money for the Champions League. I say prize money. We haven't really done anything, but that's how you get it for getting into the group stage. And you see what I mean? Real Madrid signed Mbappe for 123 million. Like, never. Like, what was his release clause? Did I have to get 500? Are you dumb, man? Not that, like, that's, I'm just like, wow, that's insane. I'm trying to say, when have I seen that? 500 million release clause for Kylian Mbappe. Just get a scout report and why not? But I remember like 3-4 years ago, I was saying, who is going to be good as Ronaldo and Messi? And definitely reflected in that in Football Manager. Mbappe, you forget it's Mbappe, you look at the attributes, that's kind of like Ronaldo and Messi level. I doubted there would be someone like him. And then he came along. But who's going to be his competitor? Haaland, maybe? Is Mbappe, Haaland going to be that kind of Ronaldo, Messi? If not, let me know who else. Well, they'll definitely be up there as the best players. Any other contenders? While I say that, Haaland, 25 years old, he looks almost that level, because if you see his stats, 9 goals, and he started 30 games as well. Johnny Brennan had a better output. So, I mean, it's the Man City effect. 108 million, madness. But that's not, you wouldn't put him like 25 years old or take off a season, 24 years old. Messi, Ronaldo, they were doing much better than that. What are you talking about, Gallardo? What the What do you want Maldonado to find a bigger club? We're in the Champions League. Okay, tell me what names. I'll go out and beat him. What are you talking? Like, who are you? Apart from Argentina's manager, like I've never heard of you before. I probably have, but just like, sure, like I'm just annoyed. Don't put that in his mind. Seriously. So let's tie him down on a new contract, guys. Wonder kid, before he gets unhappy. Okay, important player. Try and get him regular starter. No, he wants to be important player. Fair enough. 5 years. Wage. Oh, he's going. He's going to get to that at some point. Or maybe not. Oh, guys, we could do a hack here. Increase this a bit. The manager doesn't want to play him while he's playing at Sunderland because we're not a big enough club. No, okay, we'll leave that 100 or maybe drop it a little bit. Drop it like a 95. But increase his current up to 80. Let's mix that up a little bit. Unused sub. Team of the year. Clean sheet. You know when I mentioned when we concede and don't get clean sheet bonus? Yeah, maybe add a goal bonus in there. DM, defensive midfielder kind of type. He should accept this. Maybe got to lower the loyalty though. Not by too much because generally then it doesn't get accepted. Mix that up. Give the agent a little bit extra. Yeah, it gets accepted. So yeah, just so we can ease out that kind of talk. But that was funny as well. Like, oh, okay, yes, I want to respond to this, man. It's a bitter pill for Benjamin to swallow. No, he's a good no, I want to be negative to this guy, yeah. I think it's extremely small-minded and pathetic on his part. Exactly. Can we see additional comments? Yes. Optional. I want to say get lost. Just like that standard. But can I don't really say that. I'll just say I'll stay the bottom one. But that doesn't go along with that message. I don't know or not if it does or not. I never really do that. But still, that's the same message to him. Because typing something in, yeah, the game doesn't register if that's a negative or positive response to them. Oh, no, yeah, it comes at the end. Like as a finishing comment after that. I like that. But you see what I mean? I don't really do it because it doesn't impact. Like, they wouldn't see it as a negative or positive. I don't think so anyway. But yeah, get lost, mate. And he says, I lack professionalism. I'm annoyed he's not a club manager and we can't play a match against him. Hey, you never know what happens in the future. You just never know. Imagine if we do. That would be a story. 2 or 3 seasons from now if he's got a club job. Ooh, another... Oh, that would be nice if Leeds beat United. You know, I'm a Manchester United fan and you wouldn't say that normally, but just I'm in the save point of view, like if you're wondering about that. Yeah, that's nice. But it would have been nice if Leeds United win in terms of our season. But see what I mean? That result surely wasn't allowed to happen. Rashford needed a late winner and Harry Kane got a penalty. So, but after a bit of midweek action in terms of off the field stuff, let's get into this one against Man City. We've got to recover. We're going to go opposition instructions and then we're going to go into the team selection. We are going to do next match only. We're going to make some changes here. What we do, we are going to go cautious. We're going to go cautious, drop the line engagement, going to be on standard. We'll get stuck in for this game. We won't use the offside trap, the rolling out. We'll leave this as standard for the time being. But we'll go direct. Tempo we'll leave on standard for the start. Player defense we take off. We'll go down the wings and actually sometimes I'll click something, then I'll be like, okay, we'll make that adjustment. We'll take long kicks and distribute to the flanks. So yeah, we can have really counter style, going down the wings, hit early crosses. We might go higher tempo late in the game. So, and the width will go a bit wider. So yep, set up for that countering setup in today's match. The individual selections, we're still missing like James Garner hasn't got a look in yet, but. Yeah, who do you take out? Like, who are you going to replace at this point? Is this guy Premier League quality yet? He's a wonder kid. You got to take a look at our other options. There's James Garner, Vranks. Yeah, we were trying to get his fitness up. James Garner to make the bench ahead of him, I think, and see if he comes on. But Anguissa and Gomez are going to be starting. Maldonado, actually, a few of these guys, you might as well do the goalkeeper as well. Yeah, we'll select those for match sharpness, just so you guys know. We're going to put him for 90 minutes of fitness in the under 23s. And overall, I think with not too many changes here, we're going to be looking good. And it's a setup we need to go in against Man City. Especially away from home, this is not going to be easy. You look at their team. Jose is Man City's manager. Look, they got Haaland, Fati. Oh, Haaland's going to do well against me, just what we were talking about before. I can tell what's going to happen here. So you can take a look at their bench. Of course, some regens there. But, wow. This is going to be tricky. Underdogs, didn't really get too much reaction from that, so I just have faith in you. Oh, not bad. Okay, that changed some of their reaction. That's weird when you weren't targeting the defenders. I have faith in you. It changes some of the others' reactions, but anyway. They got a couple L's in that time. Not sure who they're against. Yeah, look at this Boto. I think I saw his name around. So he's probably quite a good regen. But let's confirm that by going to click on him. Yeah, Paolo Boto from Sporting. He probably would have been one. Would have tried to sign at a point. But yeah, he would have been one that they were wanting. Yeah, Sporting were wanting a decent amount of funds for. And we weren't paying like 40, 50 million for these guys. So yeah, couldn't afford to do that. And I think we've got a good setup for today. So let's see this. Let's see it in action. Brooks sets up Gomez. Gomez! So what I wanted to initially say when I mentioned him with the assists, I want to see him to get more goals again, getting goal scoring, and not just the number, big goals on the big occasions like this is against Man City. This is to recover against the last result. Home against Chelsea, I thought maybe a minimum draw, but how the game played out, we could have won. Going in away against Man City, you don't think you can get something from this match. But if we can go out there and win it, that's getting that result back. You don't put this down as a win, as like when you're, seeing the games for the season. We don't expect we're going to beat Man City away. So if we go and do that makes up for that result. And we put ourselves in a good position early. Bernardo whips it in. White. He does well. Now it's Sterling. Close him down. No, why is Brennan in the position of making a tackle? Why, though? Why is he? Why is our poacher? Why is he why do the stupidest decisions happen against the biggest teams? When do you see that happen? Never. When do you see our striker, Johnny Brennan, going in, being the one tackling in the box? That doesn't, I'll tell you what, it's annoying me. Because this is what is costing us in these big games. Why are these decisions that don't happen in so many other games happening in these? You do not see that. So why is it happening? Let's get it back, sure, but it's annoying me. That's not what we want. When you're playing cautiously, that's what you want. That's what you want, your striker. I don't get it. Take fewer risks, yeah? Take fewer risks. Probably not within the same thing, I know, but I'd say what he did there was a bit of a risk. Come on, stuff it up. We need a luck thing to go our way. We need an element of luck going our way. Sterling. White clears. Lozek. What was that? Oh, I can just tell, man. But is this us being nervous? Is there, something else? But why, man? Just because of their name? McKennie. Oh, this highlight's still going. Interesting. It's probably going to result for a Man City chance. So we got to be on top of it. Nah. I'm not even going to get mad because you know what I would exactly be saying there. Armini, interception goes straight to Haaland. I'm not mad at that. I'm annoyed at how often it's happened now. It's annoying, FM. We're trying to break through this top four, but Armini make it straight to him, like a pass. Better than their players could have set up Haaland. You're just making it look obvious now. You're making it look obvious. And we set up the right way for a game like this. Why make those errors? It's just... It's annoying, yeah. It's annoying, can't lie. We block it, and see, did you see? He was Armini was incredibly annoying. but I'm not surprised. That's the sad thing. Look at this block. And it falls right. When does a block go into space? When does it not go directly to a player? That's like FIFA stuff right there. Sports Interactive, do you want to be turning into FIFA? Seriously. Throw the water. I'm not mad at the players, though. We just thrash arms. Even though that's still a frustrating talk. But, like, my intent is gone. Sure, let's switch back to what we normally play. Because we're 2 goals down, we're not going to realistically make it back. Use the offside trap. Believe get stuck in. It's causing me stress. What are we going to do? But we'll play direct, of course. Transition. What would we do? We go like to the fullbacks. Can you tell I'm just very frustrated? Have I changed everything? Who knows? Incredibly annoying. The fashion of all their goals, I reckon they could have been prevented and really could not have happened. We're not going to see anything. Do we go extreme at this point? We go very attacking. We'll head over to the tactics. Bring on Dusan. Kladrubski has had a very poor game. My mindset there is, do you put him to striker instead of Johnny Brennan? Because overall, he could have a higher attributes base in all his attributes, current ability compared to Johnny Brennan, but not even going to get into that right now. Target man, yeah, support. And Gisa, box-to-box mid. Yeah, what do you really do at this point? Yeah. Realistically, not going to see too much. Hey, maybe Anguissa, we put him on the bench. James Garner, why not give him a chance? 2-star only. Maybe roaming play. Oh, we already got playmate. Box-to-box mid, yeah. Might as well leave it on that. Leave one more sub up our sleeves. We'll keep doing the same. Long kicks to target man. See if it does anything. But realistically, yeah, we're not going to see much. Unfortunately. Or anything. This is just written down as a Man City win. I tell you, away from home. I told you. Didn't I say you're right? We started so well. But you can't win these away against City. Late highlight, not going to mean anything. Not going to mean anything. We may score from it, and then the match will end. Brooks misses it, so yeah, it's definitely over now. Yep. It's tough to take because we saw how their goals looked, and it looks like I'm just complaining in this episode with every goal I conceded. But why do they feel so frustrating? Because I don't do that like all the time, not after every goal, but against these bigger teams, it feels like they could be so preventable, these goals, because they're goals that don't normally happen. Maureen Jose as well. It's frustrating. So we're going to leave it after that. Two big teams, 2 losses. That still hasn't changed. Is it ever going to in this save? We'll find out. Leave it there for now. See you guys next time.